Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is video number 10 of math. Should be Tuesday, but the days are kind of messed up right now. So let's check it out. Let's look at 1D. What number is this number less than this number? What number is this much less than this much? It wants to know how much is this much less than this much. So this is our big number. This number is going to go right here. All right? So now that we have our big number and it gives us a small number, this is just going to be a subtraction problem. It's going to be a small part subtracted from this part. So this number is going to be one of our parts. We'll call it the blue balls. Okay, so out of the total number of balls in the ball pit, this many are blue balls, and we need to find out our red balls. That's just a basic subtraction problem. This minus this gives you this number. So let's go ahead and write that over here. So here we have this number, which is 3,589,340 minus 1,300,795. Always start at your ones. Can we take 5 away from 0? No, we cannot. So we're going to cross this out, make it a 10, steal from our tens place, and make it a 3. 10 minus 5 is 5. Can we subtract 9 from 13? No, we cannot. We have to borrow from our hundreds. 13 minus 9 is just 4. 7 minus 2, we cannot do that. Put an 8 here and a 12 here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That number is 5. 8 minus 0 is just 8. 8 minus 0 is also 8. 5 minus 3, 2. 3 minus 1, 2. So the missing part and our red balls are 2,288,545 red balls in the ball pit. This is number 1D. All right, guys, so you might notice that me explaining this homework is taking a long time. It actually might take 2 videos just to get through these 2 pages. But the reason that I'm doing that is because you're going to be using things like this all the time for the rest of your life. In math, these basic concepts, being able to swap around to find the unknown from a sentence, you will use these as you go further and further throughout school. And it's not just these types of problems. They'll switch to multiplication and even like exponents or things that you have not even learned yet. These things will carry you pretty far. So I want to make sure that you guys understand thoroughly that you can use fact statements to swap things around to find the unknown. So we'll move along to number 2. And for number 2, I've actually already swapped the numbers around for you. So what I would like you to do is if you got the answer wrong, please put a red X next to it and then write the correct answer, but not just the answer. I want you to actually write these equations so you know how to change one equation into the correct equation to find unknowns. All right, I'm done blabbering. Let's go ahead and look at 2A. So originally, it was this number plus something unknown equals this number. But because we know fact statements, like again, 4 minus 1 is 3, 4 minus 3 is 1. We use that same fact statement or principle here. So instead of putting the unknown right here and the answer right here, I've swapped them. Because again, 4 minus 1 is 3, or 4 minus 3 is 1. It's the same concept we used here. So let's go ahead and do this one real fast. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 8 is 1. 8 minus 4 is 4, comma. 7 minus 0 is 7. 9 minus 3 is just 6. 9 minus 2 is 7. And then 4 minus 2 is 2. The answer for 1A is 2,767,400 410. All right, let's go ahead and move on to B. Now for B, we're actually given the answer and one of the parts. So we're given the total and one of the parts. Well, if we want to find the other part, all we have to do is subtract this number from the total. So you can swap those two. Let's go ahead and try this one. 5 minus 5 is 0. 7 minus 8, we cannot do that. So we're gonna turn this one to a 5, this one to a 17. This gives us a 9. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 minus 0 is 0. We cannot subtract 7 from 0, so we're going to borrow from our 100,000s and then make this one a 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 6 minus 5 is 1. And then 6 minus 1 is 5. The answer for B is 5,130,290. Did you get it right? Good. Let's check out 2C. So for 2C, we have a big number minus a small number gives you the total. Now this works just like the other one. You have a big number and two parts. You can subtract 1 from 4 to get 3, or you can subtract 3 from 4 to get 1. It's the same thing here. You swap them up. The big number, so this would be your 4 minus 3 equals 1. Rather than 4 minus 1 equals 3. All right, don't get confused. I'm just trying to use smaller numbers to help you understand. So, let's do this one together. 6 minus 0 is 6. 2 minus 2 is 0. 7 minus 7 is 0. 8 minus 6 is 2. 6 minus 0 is 6. 0 minus 10. We cannot do that. So we're going to make that a 10 and this a 3. 10 minus 8 is 2, comma. 3 minus 2 is 1. The answer for 2C is 1,262,006. Give it a big red X if you got it wrong, and then write this whole equation if you got it wrong. If you got it right, let's just move on to D. So for D, we're going to use, again, the same concept. 4 minus 1 is 3, or 4 minus 3 is 1. For these ones, you can actually swap them around. 5 plus 6 is 11, carry the 1. We have 14, comma, carry the 1. 6 plus 5 plus 1 is 12, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 3 is 7, comma, 3 plus 2 is 5. The answer for 2D is 512,418. All right, do not fall asleep just yet. If you notice, we're on page 69. If you flip the page over to 70, the next section's all about word problems. Okay, now flip the page back to 69. We're gonna try a couple in this section before we move along, but do not go to sleep because this is all we're going to be doing for the next section of this chapter. We're going to read words and try to make math problems out of them. Our fact statements are going to help us a lot here. So let's look at fact number 1. Fact: Kim had 3 million baht. So Kim started with 3 million baht. Then she bought a house. She bought a house for an unknown amount. This is the unknown number. Basically, we are going to figure out how much the house cost. And we're going to find that number because it tells us how much is left of her 3 million after she bought a house. She had 1,475,000 baht left after she purchased a house. Okay? So the question is, how much was the house? Well, here's the problem in our minds. We have 3 million minus the house gives us this much. Just like the problems we've already done, we can't do problems like this. So we're going to use our fact statements to swap them around. Now, remember, 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. The 4 is the 3 million baht. It's what she started with. So, 3 million baht minus something gives you something. Well, just like our fact statements, we can actually swap this number with this number. I'm gonna do it right here so I don't have to erase all of this, and then we're gonna use this to check our answer. So, let me put that on the board right now. So because of fact statements, I can take this equation and change it to this equation. So we have 3 million minus 1,475,000. Okay, this should be pretty easy by now because we have our final equation right here. So 3 million minus this number. Well, 0 minus 0 is just 0. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. And then here, we cannot take 5 from 0, so we're going to take this, make it a 9, make this a 10. We can't just make this 9 come from nowhere. We have to keep borrowing. And we just did it again. We have another 0, so we have to go all the way to our millions and make it a 2. So 10 minus 5 is 5. Get your comma. 9 minus 7 is just 2. 9 minus 4 is 5, comma. 2 minus 1 is 1. So, back to our original question. She had 300 baht. She bought a house for, we don't know. She had this much left over, okay? How much did the house cost? Well, the house cost this much, 1,525,000. So, what we're gonna do now is put that number right here and check to see if we got the right answer. So I'm going to erase this number, add in our new number, and see if we can come up with this number one more time. This will be the way that we check our work. And I'm not doing this for fun. The next chapter is we're actually going to need to check each problem after we do them. So pay attention. Okay, so here we have the new equation. We're going to check our work. 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. Okay, same thing here. We're going to take away, make that a 9. Take this away, make that a 9. Take this away, that's a 2. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 5 is 4, comma. 2 minus 1 is 1. Is this the original? She had this much left. So, this does check. So the correct answer is the house cost 1,525,000 baht. Don't forget to put baht. It's important. Okay. So that's number 3. How did you do? Did you get it right? Okay, let's look at number 4 and then we're going to be finished with this. And then we're going to move on to word problems, which is more of this. So make sure you're paying close attention, okay? Number 4. Okay, so it's going to give us a few facts, and we're going to try to turn it into a math problem. So number 4, a city's population, let's say Khon Kaen. Khon Kaen 1 year ago had this many people living there. So Khon Kaen had, so they used to have this many people. Now Khon Kaen has this many people. So how many people are new? So what we look at here is an old number and the new number, and it wants to know the difference. So what we need to do first is find out, do we have more people now or less people now? So the population used to be this much. Now it's this much, which this is a bigger number, which means that we added more people. So what we'll do is take the big number and minus the smaller number, and that will give us the new people that have just moved to Khon Kaen within the last year. So we're gonna take this number and subtract how many people there were last year. So I'll put that on the board and we'll figure it out. This one's a little bit easier. Okay, so here I've written down our new equation. So we have our new population minus our old population will give us the amount of new people in Khon Kaen. So this is just a subtraction problem. 8 minus 6 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. 6 minus 5 is also 1. 8 minus 7, 1. 4 minus 3, 1, comma. 2 minus 0. 2 minus 2 is 0, so we actually do not need this 0 or the comma. The amount of new people is 111,142 people. That's the answer for number 4. Give it a big red X if you got it wrong, and then write this problem on your paper. If you got it right, great job, leave it alone. All right, that's gonna finish up page 68 and 69, and that's also gonna wrap up this video. That's right, no more math today for you. Make sure you're only doing 1 video per day. That way you can think about math every single day, and you won't forget it by the time you get back.